thanks for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous here. Just wanted to say, as you can see, it's cloudy, it's gloomy, it's smoky. California's in a really bad situation with these fires, and I just wanted to say, you know what, I'm grateful that we have brave men and women out here fighting these fires and getting, you know, everything contained. Well, some of the big fires right now, we're looking at about 60% containment. It's really bad, you know. What we have dealing here with, you know, a little bit of smoke, yeah, the air quality is really bad. But there's people, you know, here close by, you know, the Northern California that are losing their homes. So they're losing property, and they're losing, you know, they're losing a whole lot. I just saw some first responders. They were actually doing some emergency evacs with the helicopter, even with low visibility. It's, you know, really something to kind of honor and be thankful for. So let's go into the poor air quality and the reason why I'm kind of uploading a video today. Now, in California, we have a little program called CARB. All right, CARB is California Air Resources Board. We also have to consider 50 state legal aftermarket components for vehicles, like my motorcycle. Now, if you go shopping on Revzilla, or you go shopping on GetLowered, or any online store, or any cycle gear, any motorcycle shop, you will have a limited options and aftermarket parts, such as exhaust, air filters, probably cams, definitely some tuners. I mean, there's going to be a limit on tuners as well. So now you could still buy these, and you could still get them shipped out to you, even though it says on the description down at the bottom of the aftermarket parts, disclaimer, not for use in California. But I mean, a lot of the dealerships here, a lot of dealerships in California, they make these custom builds, and where they use these components. So what's going on? I mean, a lot of these parts, they would have to present them to CARB to get them 50 state certified, which is, I mean, it's stupid. It's kind of like the that California sticker. If you're buying in California, you get that little disclaimer, may cause cancer. But everything causes cancer. I mean, it's just one of those little things where, I mean, you go to Amazon, or you go anywhere, you go to a restaurant, they even have those stickers there. Disclaimer, may cause cancer.
Ay, no mames, no mames.
Now, you could abide by the law and buy those 50 state legal parts, but you know, there's very few parts. S&S makes a few, and Harley-Davidson, they make a few, and if you're not a fan of the exhaust or the way it looks, then you're pretty much SOL, you know, that's pretty much it if you want to stay 50 state legal. But good thing is, CARB does not enforce smogs on motorcycles. Technically, I mean, the only chance for you to actually get in trouble with the law with having, you know, non-50 state legal parts would be if you're kind of, you know, riding around like a punk, or you're giving police officers a reason to pull you over. Same thing with the dice on the rearview mirror on your car. Technically, that's obstructing your view while driving. So if a cop really wanted to be a punk, they would pull you over for just that, for having something hanging from your rearview mirror. They could do that. Same thing with bikes. Now, I've had exhaust on my bike for years, all right, and the one time that I have seen cops kind of pull people over is just when it's really loud. let's say you remove the baffles or you do something like that. That's why I kind of like having this lower tone, not as loud exhaust on my bike. It's mainly just because I don't want police officers, I don't want cops to pull me over. I mean, I've heard a whole lot louder than my bike, and I've had louder exhaust pipes on my previous bikes, and I haven't had any issue with the police. Pretty much they pretty much leave you alone as long as you kind of follow the rules and abide by the law. You're not doing wheelies or going over the speed limit, stuff like that. Most of the time they kind of just leave you alone. You could still purchase these parts. I know when I was looking at the parts, I wasn't a fan of a lot of the 50 state legal parts. And then the Harley parts, they're all right. They don't look, they're not eye pleasing, and the prices on some of the parts from Harley-Davidson, they're up there. So, and the performance wise, I don't think they give you as much performance as the other components, as other aftermarket parts. But California, yes, I know it sucks. And it's just funny because this carb situation that we have here, a lot of the parts, not a lot of the parts, but a lot of other components, a lot of things are not even related with vehicles. They actually pollute a whole lot more than a vehicle and a motorcycle. A lot of these engines, these modern engines, they've been optimized to run perfectly, to burn less fuel, to pollute less. With all the technology that we have now, these engines, they pollute a whole lot less than what they used to back in the 70s and 80s. If you're really worried about it, it's not gonna hurt to kind of ask. Just send them, go down to the website, go to the contact, email them. There's even, I believe, some websites you could even contact such parts, and they'll have a direct link from that part to somebody, to an employee, where you could just send them a message and they'll verify with you, yes, we could send it out to California, but we would need this signed off before we do so. And you have to be responsible. You would have to know that this isn't for street use. I wanted to say thank you for tuning in to yet another video, and I want to say thank you for hitting the subscribe button, and thank you for liking the video. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below, and if you guys live in California, thank you for hitting that like button. And I just wanted to say thanks once again to the brave men and women fighting the California fires out here. As you can see, it's just nuts. Alright, you guys stay safe out there. Later.